Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Tavern Brawl. We're playing the Grand Tournament Brawl, which showcases some of the Grand Tournament mechanics. So let me give some thoughts about this Brawl. I have played a little bit more off camera after the last video. It does seem that the Mage class is stronger than the Hunter class, mainly, I think, because the Hunter class curve is off and the Hunter just has bad cards, like that 7 mana 4/2 is terrible, and the Skeleton King is terrible, and those like generic 5/9 beasts are bad. It has a lot of... The Hunter class has a lot of really expensive cards that just aren't actually that good, whereas the Mage has cards that are just excellent, like Heckler's pretty good. Apparently when you take Booty Bodyguard and reduce its cost by 1, it's actually a decent card. That Maiden, the 2/6, is really solid. Some of the expensive stuff like the Frost Giant's great, the Koldara thing, the 6/6 for 6 lets you use your hero power multiple times is good. Mage deck has a bunch of synergy with all the Inspire stuff and the extra damage on your hero power and being able to use your hero power multiple times. I mean, all this stuff works really well together. The Hunter, by contrast, has these like jousting cards, which can be good, obviously, if you win the joust. And that's basically how I've had the most success with Hunter, is by winning jousts, and then if I lose the joust, I get totally toasted, because the curve sucks. There's almost no early game except for the King Elec and some secrets. And you just fall behind on the curve, and then you fall behind on card quality. If you don't get lucky with a good spell from the Mage playing Spellslinger, or stuff from Lock and Load, or just the Mage having a terrible draw, you're gonna lose. With that said, I have played some games against Hunters and struggled to win or just lost. So I wouldn't say it's, you know, an open and shut case, but the Hunter definitely seems to be the worst deck. I just wonder why Blizzard didn't give a little bit more love. Like, instead of Snipe giving an explosive trap, instead of frickin' Cobra Shot, you know, giving the new power shot, instead of garbage legendaries like the Skeleton King and the Acid Maw, like, you know, give something that's actually good. Just very puzzling choices. Alright, so here this is most likely to be, well, it could be Snipe, Freezing Trap, or Bear. Any of those are reasonable. I would hate to lose the Spellslinger to a Snipe, but I'm going to risk it. Let's check optimistically for Freezing Trap or the Bear. It's not, so do I throw away the Spellslinger for the Snipe? I think so. We'll each get a spell. I got a junk spell, unfortunately. Wait a minute. What is this? Oh my god, this must be Snake Trap. Oh my god, it must be a Snake Trap that she got off of Lock and Load. That is what it has to be. Okay, so there's a Snake Trap there, which is actually kind of tricky. If I don't have a Blizzard, it's going to be difficult for me to deal with that Snake Trap. Alright, this is a tough situation. Wait, yes, no? Yes, I deal 2 damage with my power, and then this guy grows by 1. Of course, then there are the snakes that pop out, which is a little bit awkward. I could just ignore this thing. You know, let's just ignore it. Let's see what she has to say for herself here. If I go for the face a little bit. So the 5/4 taunt stands up really well against the 3/5 non-taunt. She pretty much needs to have her dogs here, plus a Hunter's Mark, to do well. So if she doesn't have the dogs, she's going to be screwed. Alright, that's a good sign. Probably no dogs are incoming. She does get to draw the Master Jouster, but I really couldn't care less about that, because that's not going to matter unless she wins another Joust, and I might just be able to win this one by going through her face. For her face. At her face. Yeah, through her face is a little bit unnecessarily gory. Let's just go at her face. Oh, she's got the dogs. Well, does she have a Hunter's Mark? She totally does, doesn't she? Oh, man, that sucks. Well, I think I took a reasonable risk. The odds of her having both of those cards are pretty slim. So this way, she does get to kill off all my stuff, and then I'm still kind of in trouble, because I didn't really get enough damage done to her face to justify not trading creatures last time. So that kind of sucks. I'm probably just going to ignore her stuff, though. I don't really want to trigger those snakes till I get the Blizzard. So I figure I've still got a decent chance of winning, but it's getting a little bit harder now than it was. Alright, this is going to be a good card at some point. Let's play the Drake. Keep going for the face. A Blizzard would catch me right up. If she has to throw both these creatures at my Drake to kill it, that will be helpful as well. If she plays the Jouster, I can polymorph it. Although then, how do I get rid of that 4-2 pig? I could be in a little bit of trouble. If she wins that Joust on the Jouster and has a 5-6 taunt Divine Shield, I could end up being in trouble and lose this game. So as we can see here, while the Mage deck is probably better than the Hunter deck, it's not a sure thing. Please win. God damn it. Well, now we're in trouble. So I'm going to have to trigger the snakes in order to get past this guy. Or I could play Boar and ping the Boar twice. Why don't we do that? Why don't we actually use our power, shall we? Yes, I think that seems reasonable. So, I'm basically making her trade these creatures against my 6/6 if she wants to live, and then I'm going to go for Ronin, which will give me the 3 Arcane Missiles when it dies. There's no silences in the Hunter deck, so hopefully I'll just be able to burn her out. We'll see. And now she realizes what she should have done last time. Alright, so that thing I'm okay with. Do I play the 7/7 or the 8/8? Let's go for the 7/7. What she needs right here is a freezing trap so that this gets frozen up. If she has that, she could actually be okay. If she doesn't have that, she's going to be in trouble because she can't really afford to take 7 damage, and I'm at basically full health. If she runs the beast thing into my guide, that's fine. I really just want the arcane missiles afterwards. So if she throws the beast at it and Cobra Shots and steady shots, then I don't really care because the arcane missiles are going to wreck her. Oh my god, she actually has another secret. Well, the most likely secret here, unfortunately, is the freezing trap. So I'm in a little bit of trouble because the freezing trap is going to hit this no matter what, whether I attack the face or this creature. And then I don't get the death rattle, which is kind of important for me to have. Flame Lance is a good card. Alright, we'll go for this. I'm gonna Flame Lance, ping, and then I'm gonna play this guy. And if this was the bear secret, she just bluffed the heck out of me and saved 7 damage, which would win her the game. But I feel like the way that she played the secret early in the turn suggests it was the real deal. So I'm gonna try to get the freezing trap away with this lieutenant, assuming of course it doesn't die to arcane shot or whatever the hell. Oh geez, tracking's not a good sign. So she's likely to find an answer to a 3/2 with tracking. Alright, she's hoping for the pig. She got the pig, but it doesn't matter because she actually also had Cobra Shot. So now she's going to start to go for my face. Oh geez, I need one of those things that lets my hero power work better. Speak of the devil. So we'll shoot the pig to death like that. Unfortunately, I'm a mana shy of playing the Frost Giant. And again, I'm going to keep the staring contest going. I'm pretty sure that's a freezing trap by the way she's playing it. So I'm going to see if she eventually runs out of ways of killing my little guy. I'll be able to hit her with the big guy. My hope is to make her actually have to kill this thing so I get the missiles and win. So it's a tense game. The Kraken. God darn it. So this thing is dead. And now I'm in a lot of trouble because this is going to get frozen trapped. Well, I'm actually going to die to this Kraken hitting my face plus steady shot plus anything else. So we have to go for a spell slinger because otherwise I'm just going to be screwed. I need to get something lucky off of this. Solemn Vigil. Is there anything that could possibly help me that I could draw from my deck and have 2 mana left to play? The Spectator. Yep, that would give me a taunt. That's not the right 1-drop, and that's not it either. Butts on a cracker. Well, let's hope it's the bear. Nope, it was the freezing trap. So I'm gonna lose. Well, the Hunter, as you can see, can definitely win games, and I don't think I misplayed that or anything. It was just, oh yeah, that's gonna actually give her enough damage to it. 9, 10, 11, 12, and that's well played. Alright, so it sucks that I lost. I'm kind of pissed, but on the other hand, that also shows that, this Brawl isn't, horrifically imbalanced in favor of the Mage. If the Hunter gets a little bit of luck from somewhere, like in that game, winning 2 jousts in a row gave her the game. Because if she hadn't won the Elec, then she wouldn't have drawn the Jouster. And then if she hadn't won the Jouster, she wouldn't have had a taunt. If she hadn't had the taunt, I wouldn't have needed to use the Polymorph Boar. Then I would have had that for the other thing she had, and I would have been fine. Wow, I swear, I've played Hunter a gajillion times. Like, off camera, that was all I could draw for 4 games in a row. But apparently, once the camera's rolling, this game's like nothing but Mage. Anyway, I think, you know, even though I've played Mage more on camera than Hunter, I feel like we have seen in a couple of the games that it wasn't just me playing wrong, it was just the Hunter deck actually being, you know, good in some cases that allowed me to lose, which I think has been educational. I do hope that we get Hunter once or hopefully twice more in this video. So this isn't the strongest minion. Honestly, I think it's just because of the way the Hunter deck is made up. The opportunity for getting +1 health usually doesn't actually matter because the King Zealot is a 3/2. So I'm hoping she whiffs here. She did, thanks to the Frost Giant, so it's just a 3/2 vanilla. And again, I could ping it, but it doesn't actually do me any good to ping it. Should I actually just leave it alone and try going for the face? What can she do? She can Arcane Shot? Yeah, let's just trade. Oh, I guess I could have gone for the face that would have survived Arcane Shot after I pinged her face. Maybe that would have been smarter than just going on a 1-for-1 thing. Anyway, these maidens are great. I cannot wait to play these in the arena. They're incredibly strong. I really underestimated how good that can be. Like, a lot of times, yes, it doesn't matter, but on those turns where it does matter, it's ridiculously strong. Like, I can play this on turn 6 and ping for an instant spell. Mages also have that really good card, the 3/5 for 6 that gives you a 3/5 whenever you, what's her face? Whenever you use your hero power. All right, so it looks like we're gonna have a few spells, or a few Hunter cards going in her hand. Luckily, she didn't have a Hunter's Mark. That would have given her an extra card on top of, there's the bear. Okay, so on top of the, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, on top of the extra card from Lock and Load, it would have actually killed my fair maiden here. Okay, well, I could do this and ping this bear twice. I don't know what that achieves, but actually it does achieve something. Yeah, let's go ahead and ping this bear twice. So I got a 3/2 for 1, reduce the cost of the Frost Giant. And again, if she has the dogs here, I could be in a little bit of trouble, but barring the dogs, because there's no power shot and no explosive shot and explosive trap, it's just really difficult for her to deal with this board. So she really needs those dogs to be there. There's 2 dogs in the deck, so the odds are, you know, not unreasonable that she'd have it. Roughly 1 in 3 odds. Although, well, there's a bunch of Hunter cards she got, so the odds are very complicated to compute because she got 3 Hunter cards off of Lock and Load. So it's just totally a mixed bag here. Well, let's see what it is. She's got the Rhino, which is really not the most impressive play she could have had here. She just trades off stuff. Yeah, that's not good for her because I get to kill this Rhino. So, not much she could have really done there. She just didn't have the dogs when she needed them. Well, last turn she couldn't kill a 2/4, so now she has to kill a 4/5 or face more problems. I did get pretty much the worst spell in the entire game. Alright, here it is. Joust to kill my Chilliwind Yeti. She ties, which is not a win, so she's screwed. Call Pet, got from Lock and Load. It's just a cycle. Although it is actually possible she could get a beast and play it. Looks like she did not. Alright, well, I think we're just going to keep it simple, keep it safe here. Let's just ping that thing. Let's see what we get from the spell. We got Divine Shield. Oh my god, Lolosaurus Rex. Well, why don't we use it? I mean, it's a free card. Might as well. And then I play my Frost Giant, which I really enjoy, especially if you put it in, I mean, it's fine like in a regular deck, but if you put it in any kind of Inspire theme deck, it's really good. I'm glad that this is in the game because finally in the arena, there will be a giant that I'm happy to see other than Sea Giant. Because right now there's Sea, Molten, Clockwork, and Mountain, and the Molten, Clockwork, and Mountain are all just trash tier epics in the arena, so it's nice to bounce it out a little bit. Alright, so she's looking for the other piece to her dog's an Arcane Mark, or what's it called? Hunter's Mark. There we go. Hunter's Mark combo. As long as she has one of them in her hand, she needs to now get the other one, because that will let her kill off my 8/8. It looks like she doesn't have it. She gets the pig and the dogs. And no, she does have it. Okay. So this is actually a really good flip for her. She's going to get to clear my entire board. But notice she did spend 3 cards to clear my board, which is... Actually, I miscounted. It's not even a board clear. So yeah, that was great. Didn't even clear my board. Alright, Flame Lance is a terrible card. Just... unbelievably terrible, but it is actually good in this particular brawl because it kills those darn 5/9s, which Fireball admittedly could not do. It's like Blizzard like read the forums of people complaining how terrible Flame Lance was, like, oh, here you go, guys. Bet you're pretty happy it's not just a Fireball when your opponent plays a 5/9 that we just added, and it's like, no, Blizzard, nice try. It still sucks, but it just goes to show that, you know, bad removal is better than no removal. I will totally take Flame Lance in Arena and just grouse about it whenever it is not a Fireball. Whenever I draw it, I mean that it's not a Fireball. Note that this can be used on your own minions and lets them attack twice. Aha, so this opponent, unlike my last one, is not lucky and just dies. This actually triggers off for hero power, but it can be used for like an extra 2 damage, I suppose. Let's think. I could kill this obviously just with my 7/7. I could Flame Lance and get 9 damage going on her face. I could play the Raider and build it up to be a 6/6. That, I think, is the best. So we're going to play, because I have enough mana for everything, thanks to my little maiden here. Let's see what we get from this first. Cobra Shot could be nice. Let's do this. And now she's in a really bad way because my health is too high for her to burn her out. The dogs aren't going to work against a 6/6 unless she gets her other Hunter's Mark as well as her other dogs. Mind Vision from the Spellslinger is not the best thing to get. She can get the Polymorph Boar, but the 4 damage off of that is actually still pretty good. Polymorph Boar. Worse than Polymorph, but it's a hilarious counter to, you know, Priest Thievery. Ah, yes. Masterful indeed. Now, I'm going to be honest. That wasn't masterful at all. That was just... Every time the hunter, who's ALLERIA, concedes and says masterful, I always, like, have this impulse to be like, well, it wasn't really masterful. They're like, well, yes, indeed, that was masterful. Even though, obviously, it's just what you said automatically. It's not what the person actually thinks. Just like when a hunter concedes and says, well fought, you know, the other person doesn't really think it was well thought. Anyway, the point is, that wasn't a particularly masterful game. That was just the mage deck being a better deck. And the hunter getting nothing to overcome it. Alright, here it is. We got a hunter. So, one nice thing about this brawl, every time you win with hunter, you feel super proud. Now, this is actually a pretty good opening hand. We're going to keep the whole thing. We got tracking to try to find one of those King's Elix, but I didn't want to mulligan anything for it because Freezing Trap shuts down the early game, whatever minion she plays first. Hopefully she doesn't have it, or he doesn't have any 1-drops. Although that's, you know, a bit much to ask. On the other hand, you know, you have to ask for some luck when you play with Hunter, otherwise you can't win. So Freezing Trap will hopefully shut down a 2-drop on turn 2. And then the Animal Companion, it gives me a minion on turn 3. Hunter's Mark, you just got to keep that because there's a lot of really strong cards in the Mage deck. You just find yourself desperately needing Hunter's Mark plus dogs a lot of the time to catch up. One game I lost off camera that I regret did not happen on camera was the Hunter actually pulled off the Acid Maw Unleash the Hounds combo to beat me. Because it's basically a board clear. Wait, did I actually end up winning that game? I remember that happening. Maybe I came back and won. I can't remember if I thought, oh, this shows that the Mage deck is really overpowered because I survived that and won anyway. Well, I don't remember. The world will never know. So anyway, we are holding the coin, which can be good for lock and load. But as we saw, I think the last game, like, even getting 3 cards off a lock and load isn't necessarily that useful. I'm just looking for dogs. Oh, this is bad. So these are both, I think, just terrible cards. So we'll take the Hunter's Mark. I will eventually want both of them. Not yet. I actually have quite the combo here with Lock and Load and both Hunter's Marks. So I'm going to get at least 2 Hunter spells. Well, at least 3, because I'm presumably going to play at least one other spell on the turn I play the Lock and Load. So if the Hunter cards I get are good, like if they're removal cards, That'll be great. If not, I can be screwed. This is a terrible card, just totally unplayable garbage. I regret that it wasn't thrown away by tracking. I would have rather had either of those other 7+ mana Junkosaurus Rexes than this trash, but whatever. I'll take it. Alright, so he checked for Snipe. I got a terrible flip, so if he got a good one, this is pretty much already over. Let's just go for this. Hope I can get a pig. Got a bear, which isn't the greatest, but it'll do. The problem is he can ping this twice. Actually, he can ping this twice, but then he's going to get frozen trapped when he attacks for the kill with the commander. And since he didn't attack last turn, he actually doesn't know if it's if it's the bear or if it's the freezing trap. He has to take a guess. Alright, that doesn't help him at all. It's the same exact thing as pinging me twice. As he now is starting to realize. He's pretty clever, so what that allowed him to do is attack first. Actually, this did help him, because it allowed his minion attack first, and now he can trade the Spell Slinger in happily. Well, I have a problem, which is I can't clear this because I don't have my arcane marks, unfortunately. So I have to make a really disgusting play. I mean, I'm glad I even have the opportunity to make this play, but this is really bad. I get to kill this thing, but there's like about 15.5 billion ways for him to kill this. I don't even have any beasts to play next turn, even if he doesn't kill it. I got Lock and Load and 2 Hunter's Marks, but nothing else to play with my 3 mana as far as spells go. And I have to kill this thing somehow. Well, I'm gonna have to use a Hunter's Mark on it. That's just all it is. Cobra Shot. Oh, if only I could Lock and Load Hunter's Mark and Cobra Shot. Do I throw away the... I don't think I want to throw the Rhino away. So do I use the Lock and Load, Hunter's Mark, and Rhino? That makes no sense. I think the more sensible thing, much as this sucks, is just to do this and start hitting the face. If I can top deck like an Armored Warhorse, it will have guaranteed charge thanks to the Rhino. Are there any 6 mana beasts? I don't think so. I can play this guy and hope to win the joust desperately. Alright, so I have to kill this thing again. I can't let that live. Or can I? Maybe I can. Dogs. Alright, it'll do. I'm just gonna go for it. So we Lock and Load. We Hunter's Mark. Unfortunately, it's a good card, but I don't have enough mana to play it. Wow. That person really overestimates how good Lock and Load is. I was just gonna kill this with 1 Hound. And then I'd have 2 random Hunter cards to accommodate to account for the fact that I spent 2 cards killing 1 minion. 2 of my best cards, Hunter's Mark and the Dogs. If I didn't get another Dogs off of that Lock and Load, I would have no more Hunter's Marks left, which means as soon as he played Frost Giant, I was going to get crushed. So I think probably that person just disconnected because his internet died. I just can't fathom anybody actually leaving at that point. Well, tragically, I don't have the coin here, and I have to mulligan that Hunter's Mark because by itself it's not going to do enough. Can I get a King's Alec? I can't, so I mean, I'm pretty much already going to lose this. It's like already over. But we'll see. We'll just see, you know, how bad it is when you have a terrible draw as Hunter. Because if the Mage gets anything whatsoever going, like I have a good 3, a good 4, and a good 5, but if I don't get that King's Alec, or the Bear, or a Freezing Trap, or Arcane Shot. So a fair number of things I could get. But if I don't get any of those, and I'm just steady shotting here, these are not going to be strong enough. Because the Mage deck, card for card, is a stronger deck. Alright, King's Alec doesn't do me any good anymore, because it just gets pinged to death. It doesn't matter, I didn't have it to play anyway. So we're hoping for, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's pretty much already over, but you're gonna see how it plays out when the Hunter has a slow start. Oh, this is rough. So now this actually deals 3 damage. Doesn't actually matter against the 4 health animal companions, but yeah, this is awkward. Got the pig, so I get to use a 3-drop to kill a 2-drop. I'll have a 3/5, which is okay, except ping plus this will kill it. Fallen here is a very good minion. I am really looking forward to that in the arena as well. So she can actually deal 4 damage with her hero ability next turn, which is rough. I could do this in tracking, that doesn't matter, so let's play the vendor. So now she can ping this and throw the hero at it. She can ping it twice and throw the commander at it. I'm kind of hoping she chooses that, because then I can play the Rhino and kill the hero. Are these both called heroes? No, I can use the Rhino to kill the hero, so I want her to throw away the commander. And it looks like that's what she's going to do. Alright, well, here goes nothing. I'm going to play the Rhino. Oh, I can actually lock and load and track twice. Well, it's going to have to come down to that for me to win this. Getting some good cards off tracking. So this is a 4-mana combo. Well, it's not something I really want to play next turn. I'd rather play the Skeleton Knight next turn, although this minion's totally trash. Just trash beyond comprehension. Oh god, I need to kill this right away. Oh boy, I can't. Well, I mean, I could play one tracking to try to find what? What am I trying to find? A Hunter's Mark? All right, let's go for it. Because I got two chances. I'm sifting through 6 cards in my deck looking for a Hunter's Mark. Plus, of course, the lock and loads have a small chance of giving me that as well. There it is. Yeah, there's really no point in doing anything else. Unfortunately, Steam Wheel Cycle Prosthetic Shot would have been the best way to do it with Hunter's Mark. However, I don't have quite enough mana. Do I play the Sniper? Or do I track again? Well, let's track again. Got a Web Spinner. It's not bad. My other Hunter's Mark. Well, it's better than Snipe. So we do this. We do this, which has charge. We do that. And hit him in the face. So I've got the card advantage here. But now he's going to start playing really strong minions. I've got this, thank goodness. You know, this is just... So glad I got this. If the Rhino's actually on the table, this is almost playable. At least it's like a 4-2 with charge that'll kill anything. I might actually have to do that, embarrassing as it is. Core Rager, obviously my hand's not empty. You know what? Screw it. Whatever. Let's just use Hunter's Mark. Do that there. Shoot. Play a secret that he doesn't know what it is. Hit him in the face. Alright, I mean, I did use up both Hunter's Marks here, so now if he plays his Giants, I'm not going to be able to kill him. I have my own Giant, though, which isn't a beast. There's a big argument on Reddit about whether the North Sea Kraken should be a beast or not. He seems not to have any... Well, I mean, there's no Frostbolt or anything in the Mage deck, so I kind of understand why he can't kill this. He played both of his Fallen Heroes, the 3-2 that increases the damage of the hero power early on. However, if he has another one of those commanders, you could play commander and ping this twice. That's one way you can kill it. You could use a Flame Lance to kill it, I guess. Alright, he's fishing for a good spell. I got Bestial Wrath again. Oh my god. You know, actually, alright, it's fine. I'll take it, because I can put it on the Rhino and kill the Heckler. Now, let's just think carefully about this. So we can play the Animal Companion, which is good if it's the bear or the pig, but if it's the Leok, it sort of blows. I could do this, although it's my whole turn. And then what, like I could Steady Shot this and just throw this thing at the Heckler? I mean, considering this thing's probably going to be useless, I feel like this is about as good of... Oh, wait, no, hang on! I can't Steady Shot. I don't have enough mana. Okay. Well, in that case, let's see what companion I get. Hopefully not the Leok. I got the bear. Excellent. So I think the most logical thing here is put it on that Rhino, kill the Heckler, kill the Spellslinger. Now, he's got a Blizzard up there. I'll take it. I'm fine with him using a Blizzard. That'll be pretty much his whole turn. He Blizzards, pings this to death, and then I play the Kraken on the face and hope he doesn't have a Flame Lance. Although, given how he's not been really playing any cards, he probably does have Flame Lance, but I mean, what am I going to do? This thing, holding on to it doesn't really do me any good either. Power Word Shield, interesting. Well, it looks like he's finally got the kill for the Rhino. One way or another. And so the Rhino finally dies. Lock and load doesn't do me a whole lot of good. This isn't charge anymore, which is a problem. I don't really want to keep it alive on my turn. I'll just save this with the dogs to clear the board later if I need to. Pretty sure he's got a Flame Lance. Pretty sure he's got a Flame Lance. So, this extra health actually is a big deal, unfortunately. I could kill his stuff, but not without damaging this guy down to 1 health. Well, alright, let's do it, though. So, we'll do this. That. And this. So it's a hard hitter. I could start to try, after my Steam Weedle sniper dies, I can start transitioning, going for the face. And yes, I remember saying, like, oh, I'm clearly going to lose this, so maybe I was wrong. I mean, I think the initial impression of the Hunter being ridiculously worse is probably wrong. This Mage, though, I don't know, had a pretty fast start, but hasn't really seemed to have answers. Like, my 2/2 Rhino stuck around for way too long. So he probably just didn't quite have the right cards. Of course, I could be using selective perception here. Maybe I'm just ignoring all the times that the Hunter wins because I made up my mind early on that the Hunter was way worse. All right, so he gets a 6/6, which I could kill with Kraken plus the Rager. Now, let's just see. Can I maybe try to win the game just by going face? This is 11 damage, 15 damage. This is 15 damage. Why don't we just go for the face here? Maybe I should hang on to this and use it as a surprise. In that case, I'd play the King's Elec right now. Yeah. That seems fine. I should have done this first. You should always try to draw cards first. Didn't get it. Would have actually liked to play the Master Jouster, but it didn't happen. So yeah, now he needs a Blizzard. I think there's just one Blizzard in the deck. He needs a Blizzard. Although I wouldn't actually mind if he cleared my board and then attacked. He has no idea what the secret is, because I got it off a lock and load, but he doesn't know that. For all he knows, it could be the Bear that I haven't played yet this game. It could be the Snipe that I haven't played this game. And that's probably how he's thinking about it, if he's thinking about it at all. He wouldn't see a misdirection coming. Now, if it is a misdirection in the sense of attacking one of my creatures, it's not that great. But if he clears my board, then the misdirection will send 6 damage back to his face, which would be ideal. That would be perfect. If he played like a Blizzard... there's just no way he can clear my board, though. A Blizzard, 4 mana, ping this once. There's nothing that the Mage has that would do that last bit of damage. He's going to Flame Lance! Perfect. Time for a Joust. And I got it! Woohoo! So I get the Skeleton King back, although with luck I'm not going to replay him. So he's going to play it super safe. And we win! Alright, so that was me complaining about how the Hunter was clearly going to lose due to a bad draw, and then the Mage had a worse draw and lost. I do like the spray of water animation for the damage. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we've seen the Hunter doing well after, you know, some initial impressions that the Mage seemed to be grotesquely stronger. Clearly, that's not entirely accurate. The Hunter does have some good tricks. So there, getting some good cards off on Lock and Load made all the difference. Now, Lock and Load's an interesting card because, you know, you think, okay, so random Hunter cards can't be that good, but most class cards are stronger on average than most neutral cards. It's not like if you were a Paladin and you could get the stupid secrets. Hunters don't have anything that's that terrible. Probably the worst card is Bestial Wrath, and even that can be useful sometimes. Well, alright, here we go. We got Plog the Mage. And that means, well, if I lose this, then so be it. Because I got the win once and I lost against a Hunter once. So, you know, I think the Hunter's had her day here. Kept the Hunter's Marks is such an important card. It's just so important. It works really well with Lock and Load and the dogs. You just really need it. And we're going to go tracking. I'm looking mainly for a King's Elec. Didn't find it. Found my other Hunter's Mark. Jeez. So do I permanently lose my other Hunter's Mark to take a 5-drop? Which can be really useful. No, I'm going to just grab the other Hunter's Mark. So we're waiting for the dogs. We're waiting for, you know, besides dogs, the Lock and Load. Tragically, he's got the Squire. Although, you know, because he did have a 1-drop, I will get to get my bear early. Unless, of course, he decides to get into a staring contest with me, which is fine. I really don't care either way. Alright, so is he going to attack and give me a bear? He is. That was a really quick start for the mage. So my bear gets to kill the 2-1. Unfortunately, then the bear will die. And unfortunately further, I didn't get a playable 3-drop. So, okay, maybe now we're going to see how terrible it is as Hunter when you get a slow start. Because this thing, if it doesn't charge, I just lose instantly. If it does charge, it dies to this 3-2. So, I'd have to kill the 2-2 with it, and then he could ping it. It's just bad. It's just a bad time, man. Dogs. Dogs. Everybody. So with 2 dogs, I could kill one of these. What am I even thinking about? That's clearly not worth it. Alright, I won the joust. You can tell because it's already green. So that's good. I think I better do this, much as I hate to. Because, you know, if he's pinging this, then he's not playing a creature. And maybe if he's already used up his cheap drops, I can just Cobra Shot this thing next turn and clear the board and respond to his 5-drop with my Jouster. Bonk. I'm getting low on health. He finally ran out of stuff, though. Alright, I could play Snipe to kill his next card and leave this alive. Or do I kill this and let him play a 5-drop unmolested? So I play this, he plays a thing, it dies. I play the Jouster, but this thing is still here. You know what? Nah, I'm just going to Cobra Shot. So we've got dogs and the Hunter's Mark. I'm ready to kill big stuff. I'm ready for lock and load combos. This is scary because I can actually get burnt out. So I need to win this Joust, basically. Desperately. I could play this thing, and then with my remaining 2 mana, play Snipe. That hedges my bets against losing the Joust. But I just gotta win the Joust. That's all there is to it. I won it. Okay. That's big. That's really, really big. Because he can ping this, but the 5-6 shuts... The taunt, basically, is what shuts down the 3-3. Now, there are ways past it. He could do the Polymorph Boar. It looks like that's what he's got. Does he have a way of efficiently getting rid of that bear now? Because he can't actually ping twice. Yeah, he's going for the face. Or he might actually kill the boar. No, he decided to play safe. I think actually the right thing would have been to go for my face there. Alright, I could play this to heal up, and then I can play the Snipe, or I can play just the Jouster. I'm actually going to go ahead and do this. There's actually a reasonable chance that whatever he plays next will not die to the Snipe. But even if it doesn't die to the Snipe, like if it's got like 5 health, let's say, it'll die to a dog. I think I got to take that chance. Even though this is a much smaller body than the Jouster, I think I need to try to do it. Alright, so unfortunately this neither dies to the dogs, nor dies to the Snipe. But with 2 health, it'll die to the 3-5, and it won't kill it back. So I'm actually maybe okay here. Depends on what else he can do this turn. I mean, next turn, if I could just like kill this and play a Jouster, and I have a 5-6, even without Taunt or Divine Shield on an empty board, I actually am okay because I got double Hunter's Marks with the dogs. If I can get lock and load before I have to do a big killing spree, then I actually have a chance to win this game. All right, there's lock and load. So, speak of the devil. Alright, I lost that one, but honestly, I don't even care. Because that one, like, the game didn't hinge in the balance. So I'm pretty okay with it. So now, if he gets to a big board, I can go lock and load, Hounds, double Hunter's Mark, get 3 Hunter cards, and I've only spent 5 mana, and I've killed 2 creatures. So that's how I'm going to win the game. I have to get not awful cards from lock and load, and then I could actually be okay. A tracking actually wouldn't be the worst thing here. That would let me fish for more cards and use up more of my mana. I have a chance here. I have a chance. Although now he's going to start dropping probably big things like, say, Ronin. Ah, Blizzard. Interesting. That's, I don't know if that was correct or not. I think he would have been better off just playing a random big minion. Well, the joke's on me. I can get a whole effing smack ton of dogs. Now, if this guy's been playing the Brawl a lot, he's gonna know not to put like more than 2 minions on the table, and I guess his strategy is gonna be just to kill me with 1 big minion. All right. Pings the face, because I guess it's gonna die anyway. And doesn't play another minion. Pretty smart play. So do I do it here? Do I lock and load 1 dog and 1 hunter's mark just to kill that? What's my alternative? Well, my alternative is I could play the Skeleton Knight. And can I afford to take? Yeah, the Mage doesn't have very much burn in it. So what I'm gonna do is just go for the face there and try to get at least 2 of his minions on the table. With 2 minions on the table, I can do 2 hunters marks and get the most out of my stuff. And that turn, it doesn't look like necessarily I'm hoarding a whole bunch of cards. Is that the Flame Lance? Flame Lance. No, it's another pig. So that cancels out the Death Rattle. Of course, he has to deal with the pig now, and he's already spent Blizzard. Pretty sure there's just the 1. He's got another Fallen Hero. He can kill it. Oh man, he is not going to put more than 1 minion on the table. Butts. Butts on a cracker is all I got to say to that. Alright, well now I have to kill this thing. So he did a really good job stopping me from going off on my full combo. Well, let's see what I get off of that. Nothing is the answer. And we're going to have to do this, unfortunately. Rather underwhelming lock and load. Hopefully I get some good hunter cards. Come on, hunter cards. Snake Trap. Yes, I can play that and the dogs. Freezing Trap. Oh, I'd love to play that. Oh, man. Does he have any charge minions? Charge, charge, charge. Does he have charge? I don't know if he has any charge minions. I can't play the second Freezing Trap, sadly. Do I go for the face here? Do I really go for the face, or do I just kill the 8-1? Don't think the Mage has any charge stuff. He's already used both of his pigs. I'm just going to hit him in the face. This is a little bit risky, but you got to take risks to win. So I'm protected by Freezing Trap. I don't think there's any charging except for Polymorph Boar, which he's already used 2 of. So this thing is going to get frozen. He finally played another minion. And another minion. This Mage deck doesn't really have any taunt in it either. Oh man, can I actually kill him with just dogs? I can get 6 dogs. That is a total of 6 damage. Plus 3 is, oh man, 3, 6, 9, 11 damage. I don't have any extra damage. Well, let's go for the lock and load. So what I'm going to do here is play the dogs and hope I get like a dire wolf or something. This is cute, but it actually only deals 2 damage, whereas this deals 3. So I don't think I want to do that. Let's Hunter's Mark this thing. Wow, I am getting all the freezing traps. Hilarious. Alright, let's play more dogs. Bestial Wrath. Well, unfortunately, this deals 2 damage, so does the Steady Shot. So I might as well just do the Steady Shot. So I kill that for sure. I kill the little squire. So now I am threatening to win with Rhino plus Steady Shot or Rhino plus Wrath. Unless he finds a way to kill me. I think he actually loses because the Mage deck does not have any heals or taunts. He's hoping for a healing spell here. I got Wind Fury, which is comical. That actually makes Bestial Wrath a little better. Did he find anything? He found Card Draw, but that's not going to help him because his own deck doesn't have anything that will save him. Alright. So we saw that the Hunter's deck can perform with the right plays and luck. If I hadn't gotten that joust with my first jouster, I probably would have lost that game. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Actually, did the Hunter deck go undefeated here? It did. It went undefeated because I lost when I was the Mage. Then one guy would have beaten me, but he conceded prematurely. And then I won 2 games legit style. So, hey, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Go play this Brawl. It's not horrendously unbalanced. You will like it. It's fun. And I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.